Hi everyone, today we are going to make light path in Houdini. So let's start it. Take a spiral node and set the height and number of turns and also adjust the radius based on the how curve you want to be. Add a sweep node. Change the surface mode to round tube. Use the sweep node to create a geometry from spiral curve. And surface type will be column. And increase the column count and adjust the radius as needed. In sweep node, you can also set the twist along the curves. Adjust the parameter to achieve unique pattern. Although these steps is optional. Now add a wrangler node to create a group from start edges. Rename the group to start group. Make an integer attribute group called roots. And we are using a function called vertex prim index. First will be our geo handle, it will be 0. It's run on vertex number the vtx num and set the value to 0. Then use delete node. Set work on points and group will be root. Selection type will be non-selected. Now use add node. Come to polygons and set to by groups. Now use skin node to fill these holes. Now take a mountain node and connect it to the sweep node. And enable the animated noise to create more dynamic appearances. Then use attribute from map. Here we can apply any texture to our curves. I would like blue and white texture map. I use this abstract wallpaper, but I feel free to choose anything you prefer. Now take an attribute transfer node and connect the first input to the skin and the second input to the map. This will be transfer the color to other geometry. Now take a pop network and connect it to the attribute transfer node. Double tap and go inside and change the emission type to points. Increase the parameter of the constant activation and decrease the expectancy. I will keep it 2. Add some variance also. In here seed add this prompt $FF. This will seed on each frames. In pop network add pop regular and keep this in between. In the pop network, select the input tab. For the first input, choose SOP. Exit from here and come to object mode and add a null node after the attribute transfer node. Rename this null node to curves. And in pop wrangler, just give the path location of the curves. So make an integer called store. This is a variable that hold the integer value. Now make a vector UV. This is a 3D vector that holds the UV's coordinates. Now make a float variable called random. This variable generates random numbers between 0.3 and 0.35. Now make a float called off. This variable is a multiplier of the @age by random. From random variable we created. Now we are using if statement. Off, for better understanding, set the variable name to offset. This check if the offset value is greater than 0.99. If it's true, the following instruction is executed. This remove the points with the number that's corresponding to value of the @ptnum. In other words, it's erasing the specific points from our simulation. For calculating the distance and position, create a float variable called distance. Basically, this line calculates the distance between the current position @p and our store primitive at the coordinate defined by UVs. This will provide distance between emitter and curves. Next, now make a vector pos and use the primview function to import our data. These lines take store and the string position and the value of offset. It's used to get new position of the geometry from our offset percentage. And this will store in pos, which we will use in next step. And set the new position. add a trail node and set the trail length to 15 and increment to 0.1. Use the add node and go to polygon tab, and in the group section select by attributes and set the attribute to id. I will adjust some parameters such as constant activation counts. Alternately, you can remove the twist. I think so trail end is too long. Decrease it to 5. Thanks for watching. I hope you see you again.